More things are falling. They're falling into places that I don't really want them to be falling. Hi guys, it's ALCHEMY. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. I thought I'd do this little fun video because every single morning when I wake up, I tend to reach for this little bag that I have that hangs on my wardrobe, and it's got a bunch of random stuff that I just always add to. If I get samples from a friend, if I swap things, if I just, you know, being a perfume lover, you accumulate things, you acquire things, and it's usually things where I think, I need to get around to smelling that, but sometimes don't because of just life, you know, life and stuff. But you will know if you're a perfume lover that you often receive samples, you give samples, it's just a whole community of sampling basically. And this little bag was given to me, the bag itself was given to me by a lovely YouTuber called Claire. She's called Smurfy Girly, by the way, on YouTube. Go and see her if you like. Hi Claire, I'll message you on Facebook soon. Haven't responded to you. I'm okay, by the way. But yeah, it's this thing, and it's got so many different little bits and bobs in it. I'm quite reckless when it comes to perfume because I take risks. I will pick something out of this bag sometimes and just wear it. I'll put the whole thing on, the whole sample. Doesn't really matter what happens. Let's just see what goes on. The people on the tube in the morning on my commute might not be so happy, but that's okay. So in this video, I'm going to just pick things out, smell them, give you my first impressions, talk about the things I've picked out. Don't know what they're gonna be, but there's a lot in here. Can you hear this? Lots of glass. Don't do it too hard, might cut my fingers. Have my blotters at the ready. It's just a casual chit chat. I will try and review an individual perfume at some point soon. I just feel like these videos are much more fun and interesting rather than focusing on one. There is one I want to review though, so I will do it soon. But for now, let's just smell the first thing and see what comes out of this bag. All right, I feel like I should just tip them out on my lap. I'm just gonna tip them out on my lap and we'll see what happens. Okay, some of them are falling on the floor. We'll treat them like tarot cards. If they fall away, they're not meant to be smelled. Let's see what I pick. More have fallen. All right, the first one is this. It's completely blank. Idea what this is. There's no point in me talking about this because you guys don't know what it is. Goodbye. All right, there's one here with a name on it. It is called Fire at Will and it's by Jovoy. I actually am familiar with this fragrance. Some of the things I'm going to be familiar with, some I'm not. This perfume is for the vanilla lovers in the world. If you're looking for the perfect vanilla, look no further than this fragrance. This perfume I know already. It has musk, it has brown sugar, it has a touch of mimosa flowers, but really what it delivers is an ice creamy, perfect, nostalgic, comforting, cozy, and very, very sweet vanilla that is not sickening, if that makes sense. So Fire at Will is lovely. As I said, I'm very familiar with this fragrance. It's in there for some reason, I don't know, but we're not going to question that. We're just going to smell them and see what happens. But yeah, this would be, if I did a top 10 vanilla video, like an updated one, because I've done it before way in the past, this would be definitely in there and it would be in the top of the top 10, if that makes sense. So yeah, it delivers the perfect, just what you need vanilla. Let's do the next one. My room's going to be really messy after this, and if you know me, I am an OCD freak. I am tidy, but we're going to go with it. More things are falling. They're falling into places that I don't really want them to be falling. All right, this one is Tiger by Zoologist. I have only tried this a couple of times. It's a sample. And hold on. So we have Tiger by Zoologist. Let's see. You guys know how much I love Zoologist, right? Favorite brand. I've tried this on my skin and I will say that of all of the releases of the last 3 years from Zoologist, this unfortunately is not my favorite. You can't love all of them. To me, this is, I mean, it's a very much a vetiver based perfume. There is a lemony kind of, or at least a bright citrusy feeling along with vetiver. But for me, the reason that this isn't my favorite Zoologist I've smelled, in fact, it's one of my least favorite, unfortunately, is that it's very simple. India is one of my favorite countries in the world, and this perfume is Indian themed, you know, tigers, all of that stuff. I feel like this could have been amazing. But for me, it's a very strong, solid vetiver fragrance. But I don't get much else apart from a little bit of a citrus. And when I've tried this, the couple of times that I've tried it, I felt underwhelmed, and it saddens me to say that, because I love Zoologist. I've been a champion of that brand since their inception, basically. So yeah, we're gonna leave Tiger. Not one that I would buy, and I had expectations because of its Indian theme. It just wasn't to be. By the way, I am wearing an amazing perfume today that I've discovered 2 days ago. It's called Ninfea, and it's by a really beautiful Italian brand called Profumum Roma. Absolutely in love with it, head over heels, instant love. When I read the note list, I knew I was gonna love it. But when I tried it, it just elevated. It surpassed everything that I thought it was gonna be. It is a rose violet honeysuckle with grass. And it's just this beautiful kind of fairy-like floral that's hyper floral with this slightly watery green tinges, and I'm in love with it. It's gone straight onto my want list. Just side note, scent of the day. Okay, I've picked up a rollable, and it's by Rogue Perfumery. The tiniest little rollable I think I've ever seen. I can't roll this onto a card, so it's gonna have to go on my hand. Rogue Perfumery, I know. These were given to me by a lovely person. I'm gonna say Andrew? He gave me a bunch of little things, and I've worn a couple of them. A lot of them were these little Rogue Perfumery rollables. Anyway, this one is called Derviche 2. Where's Derviche 1? I don't know. This I don't really like so much. This feels to me kind of like a masculine designer perfume. It's got tinges of aquatic and soft woods. This feels like a Hugo Boss type sort of smell, and that's very surprising considering some of the other things I've tried from Rogue. They've got some incredible chypres, they've got some dark brooding type things, quite rough edged perfumes. This one I don't like. It falls into a very generic category. This could be any kind of Hugo Boss perfume, which is not bad. If you like Hugo Boss, great. But I've smelled this a billion times, and I could pick up many perfumes in a department store, and it's like this. Okay, we have a perfume by Laboratorio Olfattivo, and it's called Tonkade. Notes are candied fruit, cardamom, neroli, cashmeran, cedarwood, patchouli, vanilla, amber, incense, tonka, and musk. I hope this is very tonka-like, because tonka's a great note here. I've heard of this brand before. I think I have had samples from them before as well. So tonka, of course, is the main note. It's the name of the fragrance, and it's in the base. But this feels sharply woody as well. Tonka's quite a warm, dry note. If you've never smelled it before, it's in the world of almond, hay, almondy hay, roastedy, slightly vanilla kind of smell. This is quite sexy, oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. To me, it's like a woody tonka. I wouldn't say that I smell neroli or fruit or cardamom or anything like that. But it's very nice. It feels nicely constructed, and it's got some heft, it's got some body, it's got some weight, and I like it. This is first impressions, this is chit chat, this is just how we're gonna do it. I don't have enough skin to test every single thing on myself before I talk to you about them. As a tonka, I really like it. I like tonka in abundance. When it's in a fragrance, if it's gonna be the leading note, I'm not mad if that's pretty much all I can smell, because I would wear tonka on its own. I think it's that beautiful. This one, it's also kind of spicy as well. Where's the spice coming from? I mean, cardamom is a spice, but it's a cool spice. This feels like a hot spice almost. It's almost peppery with warmth of tonka and then really sharp woods. Okay, next. Oh, I can't believe I just pulled this out. I know this is a discontinued perfume. Why is this in my finish off, have a look at, take some notice of? This is called Thichila and it's by Prin. It's part of his either Prissana or Prin line, I'm not sure. This is not to be messed around with. This has real Thai oud in it, but it's done with a really nice incense stick kind of feel. It's paired together with that. It's got some clarity as well. Why did Prin discontinue this? Such a shame. I should actually savor this. This is gonna go back into my actual 10 mils things in my display behind me, which is down here behind me. So rich and sharp, but in such a cool way. The oud is just on the cusp of being a little bit scary, but it's crisp, crisp, crisp. This isn't one of those dense, mushroomy, earthy type oud fragrances. But it's definitely bold. I mean, if you know Prin Lomros and you know his perfumes, they don't mess around with the complexity and the boldness. And this one is very, very beautiful. I've smelled one of his newer ones, which does have a little bit Thichila vibes. Oh, just love. I'd need to look up the note list, but I'm not prepared in that way. This is kind of an off-the-cuff sniffing, chatting video. Thichila by Prin, if you can find it and you're a lover of oud, not a kind of typical Middle Eastern style oud perfume. This is entirely different. There's elements of a little bit of greenery here. And it leans more to the medicinal side of oud than it does the earthy, animalic, dirty, poopy kind. The crispness of this makes it wearable and likable. I love. This one is not going to be thrown over there. I just picked up this. This is actually a gift for somebody and I'm not going to spray it or talk about it that much, but it's Sacred Scarab by Zoologist. I have promised this as a gift to Jim, Albany? Jim, if you're watching this, which I'm guessing you might. I promised you this ages ago. Next time you're in London, message me and I will try and find you and give it to you. Okay, moving on. This little beauty, this is called Vanitas and it's by Profumum Roma. Hold on, there you go, Vanitas. This I'm very familiar with. I think this is an orange blossom. Obviously it's a vanilla. A very well-liked vanilla for this brand. Profumum Roma, if you don't know them, such a fantastic brand. I need to sing their praises because what they do is they deliver quite simple formulas, but they deliver them right on the money. Their perfumes are fantastic. I'm wearing one right today. This is like a almost juicy vanilla, but once you wear it a little bit more, it goes ultra vanilla. Nothing like Fire at Will though. It's kind of softer and not as sweet in terms of its vanilla-iness. Really, really good one. Their perfumes are kind of pricey, but they're all extra and they have a really nice feel about them. They don't smell like any other brand that I've tried and they do impress me a lot. Profumum Roma from Italy, obviously, they're from Rome. Yeah, it's a little rollable one. I really like this. I'll wear this when it gets a little bit colder. Why does it feel animalic today a little bit? There's a little bit of skank going on in there and I don't know what it is, but yeah, they keep it quite simple and I really like that, you know? Perfume doesn't always need to be overly fussy, so that's what Profumum Roma do, and this Ninfea is, yeah, great. There's so many unlabeled things in here. Well, how does this happen? I honestly don't know. That's a dangerous game, you know, because you can smell something that's unlabeled and then be completely in love and never know what it is. Don't ever do that. Pro tip. Okay, this one. Okay, this is by a brand that I really, really like. They only have 6 perfumes, but I like pretty much all of them. The brand is called Naomi Goodsir. She's an Australian woman and she works with very good perfumers to create her perfumes. I have 3 of them. This is her newest one. Oh no, it's not even that. This is Experimentum Crucis by Etat Libre d'Orange. one of the best in their line, I think. I own 3 of their perfumes. Can you see them? No, they're on the next shelf up. This perfume is absolutely fantastic. I used to work with this perfume in my previous job, and it's been on my want list for a really long time. Ultra powerful, but a very soft fragrance. It's centered around rose mainly and apple, I think, with all of these soft, woody molecules underneath, which make it feel a little bit kind of fluffy. It's very unique. I've never smelled a perfume like this before. Anyway, an amazing rose apple fragrance with just a perfect amount of synthetic molecules which just elevate it. I can't even tell you about the longevity and projection of this perfume. Quick story, I went to Spain with 2 of my friends for one of our friends' weddings or hen party, and one of my friends wore this while we were there. Consistently smelled it all the time on him, just everywhere he went. The room he was in, I knew he was there. It's got such a great performance if that's what you look for in your fragrance. So good. It's a little bit, it's got something in it that reminds me a little bit of kind of like a turpentine sort of feel, which sounds awful again, but it's not. It's actually very elegant. Such a great one. Experimentum Crucis by Laboratorio. I'm going to smell one more. I'm going to wrap this video up, okay? Because I feel like, you know, when you feel like you're talking too much, that's how I feel right now. Okay, so this is, I can't remember where I got this from, but this is an Annick Goutal fragrance, and it's called Songs. Songs? I've seen it before. S-O-N-G-E-S. Songes. I probably should know more about it, but I don't. I don't know what's in here. I don't know what it smells like. This is a very much first impression. Oh, this is so nice. And it says vintage in brackets. Who sent me this? Or who gave me this? Or how did I acquire this? I have no idea. What a good one to end on though. This is just like it's like a bouquet. This is so nice. I feel like there's some other white florals going on in here. I can possibly feel ylang a little bit as well. This is really, really good. It's rich enough, it's powerful enough. I mean, it's the vintage one, so I feel like this is quite a precious thing here that I've got. So it's a small little amount. You can see, it's not that much. Yeah, is there jasmine here as well? It's definitely a multitude of white flowers and ylang as well. Some people consider ylang ylang a white floral. I actually don't, because it's yellow. But sometimes it gets lumped into the white floral category because of how well it fits with white flowers. This feels like if you've ever smelled Belladonna by Jules Mad, but the bolder sister of it. This is stunning, and I'm so glad that I smelled this last. I'm gonna hold on to this until spring, and I'm gonna wear it in spring. And now I think, gosh, if I smelled the more modern version, the reformulated version, because it says vintage on there, I'll be disappointed. White floral lover's dream. Try and find this one if you can. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm also gonna tidy up because I made such a mess. Ready? If I open my legs, yeah, that's where we're at. Anyway, guys, I'm ALCHEMY, trying to make the world smell better. One video, trying to make the world smell bitter. I don't want to do that. Trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. I will see you guys soon. Goodbye.